Big program leaving there and coming here. I wonder what goes into the decision to leave the NFL and go to the college ranks.
Chris Holtmann goes into that decision. Chris Holtmann he called and it was no second thought. It was just, yeah, coach, let's do it. Let's do it. Great, you hear Ohio State and it's a great opportunity. But Chris Holtmann was the deciding factor when leaving the NFL and coming here. It's kind of a no-brainer.
Why is Chris Holtmann such a no-brainer?
He puts great people around each other. Our staff, if you talk to our staff, we've been around each other probably 3 months. Probably feels like a lot longer. When we have recruiting visits and getting feedback from parents. Wow, y'all know each other? Y'all friends? I mean, no, we just have that camaraderie instantly. He just has a knack for putting great people around each other.
Obviously, you're familiar with him from working with him before.
Yes.
What did you learn from him the first time around that led you to feel that way now to make a company?
There's a being comfortable. He's a stickler for detail. Everybody does your job, and you hear it from Chris Holtmann, and you're like, okay, everybody do their job. But then when you hear it from Chip Kelly, and then you hear it from Chuck Pagano, and you hear it from Chris Ballard, and you hear it from other people in professional environments, and you're like, okay, well, it's making a lot of sense. I've heard all of this before, and you kind of start tying ends together, and you look back and look at your notes from the Gardner Webb days, and you were doing a lot of good things, and a lot of that had to do with him.
Where do you think you've changed since the Gardner Webb days?
I've grown a lot. As a professional, as a coach, as a person, you live and learn, and you see a lot of different things. Over the past 3-4 years, being in that environment, the NFL, and then coming to the collegiate scene, coming back to the collegiate scene. There's a lot that you learn on a lot of different levels.
Yeah, like what exactly?
Well, professionally, you're being around professionals. That 3 years in Philadelphia, you're the group that we put together, that whole sports science experiment, if you will. That every day we were sharpening each other's swords. We were really holding each other accountable and really trying to push the envelope as far as performance-based training. What's best for this guy? What's best for this group of individuals? Not just for football, but for athletes in general. So drawing from that and then coming back to the collegiate scene, it's kind of like, oh, yeah, this is good. We can do some things, especially a place like this. We have so many resources.
Coach, when you finally got your hands on some of the guys here, what was the thing you noticed most that they needed to improve on, whether it be conditioning, strength? What was your main focus when you first got here?
Attention to detail, work ethic. We'll get stronger, we'll get faster, we'll gain the right kind of weight. It's just a day in, day out consistency. I think that's something that, coming in, they've been doing things a certain way, and just to teach and a new set of terminology, new staff, new everything. This is the way that we're going to go about doing things. So just introducing them to change. Who's
come a long way in terms of the weight room and maybe shedding weight or adding strength? Who's maybe stood out in the weight room so far since you've been here? I think it's still early. I know it's been a couple months, but it's still early. We're looking at long-term development and not just in the short term. So it's a day-by-day process. The guys have done a great job working hard, being consistent, holding each other to a standard, and then learning the new terminology. They're doing a great job.
Coach Holtmann on Saturday had said that Andre Weston, to an extent, is playing catch-up because he missed a lot of the summer. How is he doing? Where is he in that process?
He's doing a great job. Dre is again, it's consistency. We try not to get bored with the details, but every day he's coming along a little bit further, and you see him do things, and you're like, oh, I've never seen you do that before. Because we haven't been able to train him. So everything that he's doing is kind of like the first time, and we're excited about where he's going.
How would you do